Hi and welcome to the Science Fantasy Experience and to a look at everything that went down in December. Pickups, pre-orders, toy hunts, adult collectibles, Christmas. This is my haul. So, first up, which is actually a toy I got back in the start of November, possibly. He has been freed from his prison, even though he was opened and resealed. We have Prince Xizor from Shadows of the Empire and Power Force 2. Oh, Power of the Force 2, I love you. He's stunning out of the package. The purple and the green absolutely pops, and the face sculpt is incredible. So much moulded detail on the arms and the legs, and even on his cloak. The intricate detail, it makes his cloak look actually quite exquisite, and that's what you'd expect from, you know, the head crime lord of the Black Sun. And the translucent force blades are just, they absolutely pick up the light incredibly. An incredible weapon for a very unique, and at that time back in '96, a very new and different take on Star Wars, especially, you know, an enemy who's both an enemy to Luke Skywalker and to Darth Vader. Perfect weapon going up against lightsabers for sure. I'm so pleased. This isn't one I got back in '96. He was elusive to me, and it's amazing to finally own him, open him up and enjoy him. So I actually opened Prince Xizor pretty early in December, I think like the 2nd of the month, and it got me really excited to perhaps go out on a toy hunt, and I think a week later I found the time to do it, and it proved quite fruitful for sure. I managed to pick up a gift for a friend, which I'd wanted to get that action figure for them for quite some time. I really wanted to see that in their collection, and hopefully he'll do a video on that soon. But I also managed to pick up something for myself, which I have been after for 2 years, as I've wanted to finish the trifecta off of Terminators, and that would be the Terminator 2 Future War NECA Kenner inspired Metal Mash T800. And breathe. It was a huge mistake back in 2018 when I didn't pre-order any of these figures, and I regretted it. I kept on seeing reviews and seeing them in people's collections, but slowly and surely I bided my time and I managed to find each one, and now the trifecta is complete. As you can see, I've not opened it yet, but I do plan to. I kind of want to savour the package, because this version, the endoskeleton, is different to both the T800 Power Arm and the White Hot T1000, but it still looks like the original Kenner packaging. But I want to savour it for a bit before I open it. I do definitely want to open it because I want to get them all out on display, but I want to have a little evening to myself just to enjoy opening it and savouring the moment. I'm also a little bit concerned because some parts look dangerously thin, especially around his neck, so I kind of just want to be patient, take my time and enjoy opening it and sorting out the standard bent plasma rifle, which, why is every plasma rifle like that? I don't know, must be something about the 40 watt range. Yeah, super excited. So, you know, I've got that one and that one. finally, that one. This, I think, is long gone. It's a 2015 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Doubtful that I'll get one, but it wasn't really released, and it's all about these three for me. So stay tuned to the channel. In the next few months there'll definitely be a video on this and a little showcase of all three together. As I said, the endoskeleton was actually the only toy hunt I did pre kind of Christmas. So I didn't think I was getting any more kind of toys, and kind of hoped that I'd perhaps get some toys for Christmas or around New Year. Luckily, and just pure shock, I ended up getting 2 pre-orders just before Christmas, which I kind of expected one to be in February and the other to be in January, and that was to be TB confirmed, being that Super 7 kept on pushing loads of stuff back. So obviously me saying Super 7 gives that away. My pre-order of Jaga the Wise came in, which it blew me away that it came in before Christmas, because I kind of, it got me super hyped. When I got Mumm-Ra a few months ago, again, that was a surprise, being offered that through a collecting friend, that it opened up the floodgates to get more. Originally I was just in for Mumm-Ra, just to build up my Ultimate Villain shelf, but I just kept on looking at all the Super 7 reveals, and I took one look at Jaga and I was just like, oh my god, he is phenomenal. And to have him in hand, I am not disappointed at all. I talk about disappointment because in some ways Jaga's very plain. He's got very plain colours, but they're so beautifully done. And he stars in one of my favourite episodes, the Ghost Warrior, Groon the Destroyer, when he goes up against his old friend slash nemesis. But they've absolutely brought Jaga to life. The muscle tone, the sculpt is phenomenal. As I said, the colours they're all kind of muted and in some ways matte. They're not overly shiny. In some ways, when I think about Thundercats and the original LJN figures from the 80s, incredibly hard, shiny plastic. But this kind of still conveys a bit of the original toy, but with a little nod to animation. Just incredibly stunning detail on his face, holding Sword of Omens. It also comes with an absolute host of extras. So you get 2 heads. You get his bald head, and then you get the longer helmeted, but that one's actually quite considerably smaller in scale, so it makes his body look bigger and perhaps looks more animated, correct to the opening kind of first episodes. It doesn't have the cat eyes though, so I don't know if that's a bit more comic book inspired. And then it comes with cloth cape. The cloth cape though does not match the plastic bits on the back of his helmet or any other bits. It's just one little tone off, but there's plenty of like ways to make your own Jaga different. That cloth cape would work well with the bald Jaga, and then you get his hand full of that kind of magic stuff that makes their naked cat bodies into their clothed, armoured suits from the first episode, Exodus. and then you get some awesome artwork. He's been a favourite of mine ever since I was a kid. I loved his whole mentor aspect, and then when re-watching it back as an adult, just stunning. You know, just drops into every other episode and then has a couple of spotlight episodes to himself. I cannot wait to get Groon the Destroyer to have a companion piece for those two on the shelf. Incredible surprise for Christmas, for sure. Even more of a surprise though was getting these. I got these on the 23rd and I thought they were going to be released in February. I had pre-ordered them months and months prior to kind of like December, and I did the thing of pre-ordering and paying up front, which I don't often do, but in doing that I didn't get any emails or notification to say your parcel has been shipped, or you know, you have deposits to pay up. So there they were, and I just mind blown. So I will drop a link in the description box to see an opening, because I just never thought these would ever be made. I didn't think Hasbro would go down the route of making figures of a 1980s cartoon, for sure. These are staying in the package. I just cannot bear the thought to destroy such wonderful artwork, so evocative of the past, of my childhood, picking up vintage Star Wars figures and getting such screen accurate colours. I've obviously had them a good few weeks now, and from that unboxing video I was umming and ahhing about opening them, but now that I've kind of got them and had them, I know that I will never open these. You might have to watch somebody else's channel to have a look at the figures. Soz. And then it was Christmas, and I was incredibly lucky to get a couple of toys and adult collectibles for Christmas from friends and family. My wife has opened up the proverbial rabbit hole by gifting me micro toy box. So these are miniature scaled down versions of the greatest toys ever, and it comes in this awesome packaging with 3 blind bags. Do we open these or not? But when she was choosing them, she was just like, oh my god, there's a G.I. Joe carded Duke. That's the one that Rudy will want. But there's awesome stuff in there. There's the Fisher-Price Rollerball. There's a Barbie doll, Nerf. Incredible stuff inside, and just miniature versions. 50 to collect. As I said, it could well now be the proverbial rabbit hole. There's Duke, but there's also a miniature carded Starscream. Incredible. Masters of the Universe He-Man. Viewfinders. Just really a tiny Hot Wheels. My Little Pony. All the greatest hits from the 1980s, but in tiny, tiny form. Incredible gift. So much fun. But now I just don't know if we open them or not. I'm desperate to see what's in the blind bags. I'm wondering if we can open it underneath, get the blind bags out. We'll see. My good friend and fellow YouTuber, Rich Sortrider, has once again helped me complete a trifecta. The Quintesson and Sharkticon trifecta is now complete with my own little tubby bastard. He gifted me a Knorr from Studio 86. Earlier in the year, he did me a favour and found a Quintesson in his local Smiths. Took a picture of it and I was just like, yeah, they've got them here. I pinged him over the money and he sent it down to me. Obviously that opened up a world of transforming collecting for me again. So I sourced an Alicon and now the circle is complete with Knorr. Suffers just like the Alicon in terms of his alt mode. I think it's pretty weak in terms of leg positioning and it looks roboty. But in robot mode, it's incredible. Look at that face. The colours absolutely pop. It's super poseable. It's not overly kibbly, a little bit, but it really does evoke the movie for sure. Didn't have a gun in the movie, but I like the welcome edition, and because it's got such great posability, you can kind of hide gappy bits with some clever posing. They look great, all three of them together, and with a bit of forethought I could have brought the other two down from the display to show them together, but that'll be for another day. Thank you very much, Rich. It's a welcome addition and a really thoughtful gift. Last, but definitely not least, is a gift from a very long time friend and subscriber, Stu. Got me a Mini Epix Ray Stantz, which is, this thing looks absolutely phenomenal. When it comes to collecting, I'm mostly all toys. It's pretty much 100% toys. Maybe 99% toys and then books. Books based on toys. I don't think about going down the statue route at all. But this thing is so interesting and like visually stunning that it's gonna look just as good on the shelves. My shelves are incredibly eclectic, especially my Ghostbusters shelf with vintage, Diamond Select, Playmobil, carded, and it's just an incredibly fun and like overly stylized version of Ray Stantz, the heart of the Ghostbusters. So you get a Zool and a Winston. There's like 50 of these in the range to collect, like District 9, Alita, Lord of the Rings. So let's just crack them open and have a look. This version of Ray is wicked. It's so good. It's so detailed. I want to go straight to the Proton Pack. Like the added little bits of colour for all the wiring and just signature colours that I kind of think of when you look at a Proton Pack, and the construction of it and the detail. Little bits of moulded hair detail, and the face sculpt is just, they've really encapsulated the kind of, I don't know, like, I guess Ray gets a little bit scared and uneasy just because he's so into, you know, the paranormal and the occult. It comes in a nice little stand, although I think it would probably stand on its own just because there's a bit of heft to it. The piping is actually translucent plastic. It's really clear writing on his badge, and there is no way you would ever pose an action figure in that way. But yeah, it's just accentuated lines Wow, it's magnificent. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much, Stu, for such a interesting and thoughtful, hilarious gift. So that was December and the end of 2021. It has been one awesome year for toys. And I don't just mean the pickups, the reveals, what's coming in 2022 and even 2023 with Roboskull Mark II. If this year is anything like 2021, the year that has just been, we're in for an even better foray into the world of toys and toy collecting. I'm so excited for what's to come from pretty much every brand. And there's still more to be revealed. I think it's a wonderful time to be a toy collector, and I just cannot wait. Please do take care. I wish you all the best for this year. Shout out to everyone who helped out with Bots at Home 2.0 in the summer, and even Toys, Figures and Robos at the start of the year. Stay tuned to our channels. You never know, there could well be another virtual convention, that's for sure. I've been Rudy Sassoon, and always remember, it's as much about play as it is display. Thanks for watching.